Howdy. How's it going, everybody? Yo, what up, Edge? So, I have been informed that the upcoming zone is incredibly dialogue heavy. I don't think we'll be able to actually get through the entire rest of the expansion today, nor will I really be gunning for it. But I'm very curious as to how they're gonna actually, like, tie this shit all together. There's a lot of plot threads that are not resolved. What the fuck is that thing? What the fuck is that thing? The fuck is that thing? I don't even know. And some of, like, I'm assuming that's some character from later in the game or something. But I still occasionally see those pets and just get very confused. But yeah. I believe that the upcoming... okay. I believe the upcoming stuff is like half filler. So, we shall see. Are you okay? Yeah. You really, do seem like you're a bit under the weather. Yeah, if you're having a hard time, you should go back to your room. How about, the watchtower near the... Ooh. Oh, Temenoskari. Yeah, okay, the watchtower near that farm, I guess. Okay, looking up at the sky might not do much to help you feel better, but I've heard that the wind there feels very nice. GTFO with randoms, not even once? Bro, I would not be able to do that. Physically incapable. Honestly, after having played more of that with the boys, I treat that game like that game's like a commitment sort of game, right? Like, you know, you got board game night, or you got D&D night, you gotta have GTFO night that you organize. But it's fucking worth it. Yeah, the more we've played of it, the more it's like pretty easily my favorite co-op game of all time. Absolutely fantastic. That good? I would describe GTFO as the anti-Helldivers, because GTFO promises to kick your teeth in, and then, so, you know, making up a good strategy and executing and really getting good at it feels great. But then Helldivers like, oh bro, you got all these cool stratagems and fun guns, and wow, look at all of these wacky enemies to shoot. And then he goes, what, you wanted to actually shoot those enemies? Nah, fuck you, idiot. You gotta be running around doing the objective. But you wanted to actually fight enemies? Cringe. Fucking cringe, bro, you. People in this town really are strong. Everybody's still holding on to the will to fight. Really, you could just say, like, they haven't given up. So, remember? Remember the name of the previous quest? Like... the loneliest actor upon the stage, the saddest actor upon the stage. Lightbringer 2? No, I mean, like, all of them line up with this, and then they didn't translate any of them in a way that it lines up in the English. Right? That's why this is so hard for you, right? After all, the person responsible for things being this way is you. Oh, damn. という時間がない。迷惑な話だ。This one I need to check. I need to check this one. Because these are 3 very interesting choices that you can make. Huh? Okay. So, Dak. 彼らだって悪気はない。悪気はない。Like... Man... the top option here in English was translated to, "The scenery is worse. I'd rather people knew. I still can't believe it's coming from me," or "It's all such a mess." What was the previous line again? The previous Aardbert line was, "I can imagine how torn you must feel looking at that sky, knowing what it means to everyone, and that you're responsible." The previous line in Japanese... was... Wait, this is how torn you must feel. Yeah, wait, this line in English was, "That's why this is so hard to you." Okay, let me take a full step back and just pull up this whole bit here. Instead of trying to reverse it piecemeal. The people of this city have spirit, I'll give them that. I'm sorry, why is he saying, "I'll give them that"? He's saying the people of this city are strong. They haven't given up the will to fight. He isn't like doing a backhanded compliment on the Japanese, it's a straight up compliment. And I can imagine how torn you must feel? Knowing what it means to everyone and that you're responsible? No, that's not the point here at all. It's not about the sky, it's about the people. It's not... The line in Japanese directly relates to the whole will to fight and strong thing. It's not about the sky. He's saying the people are strong, they haven't given up the will to fight, and that's what makes this so hard. Right? You can't, like, these people haven't given up hope. They're willing to keep fighting. They've got this, you know, this unquenchable spirit, and that's what makes this so painful for you, because you're the one responsible for it. Like, this is your fault. It's not about just the sky. It's about you can't bear to see their, like, to be the thing that is crushing their hope. So I'm very interested in what they would translate for this line.
Soだな。あんな気のいい連中は真実を知れば悩み苦しむだろう。知らないままで済むのならその方がいいか。
いや、そうだな。あんな気のいい練習は真実を知れば悩む、苦しむだろう。知らないままで済むのなら、その方がいいな。その方がいいな。Wait, what? I don't understand where they're getting this. Like, again, this doesn't really make sense. They translated this to, if you're thinking of coming clean, don't. It might make you feel better, but it would make things 100 times worse for them. They're better off not knowing. He's agreeing with... What? Huh? I don't understand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like, and 気のいい練習。気のいい is hard to really get an extract. They extrapolated that from the last line? I guess, but that's just not really here at all? And it's not the point? This whole thing in Japanese isn't about you, it's about them. The entire expansion is about them. Right? Albert is telling us from his point of experience. You know, he's telling us from his experience what it's like to be a quote-unquote hero to these people. Everything about him doesn't matter anymore. Like these people will only... if they know the truth, it'll just... like, eat them up inside. It'll break them. Yeah, you don't not necessarily break, but... you know, it'll just cause them pain. If... yeah, so I wonder, you know, would it be better to... if you could simply deal with this without them ever knowing, that would be for the best. What? He's walking up to you?
はっきり言って状況は最悪だ。
Well, yeah, that's the... I guess I didn't really translate the Warugi
ど
on
こを探しても
Like,
救いなんてないかもしれない。
that's... Yeah, it's like they won't... That's also what makes it more painful. It's like, translating that to the scenery is worse, I'd rather people knew. I do think that your read on that is right. The Warugi Onai is like they won't... You know, I don't think they'll blame me. Right? Like, I don't think they would hold it against me. Like, I don't think they would turn on me, pretty much. You know, they're kind. They would understand. But that's what makes it hard, is that they're so kind and they're so understanding and blah blah blah, that disappointing them and hurting them like that would be all the more painful. Which makes that line very tone-deaf from the Warrior of Light in English. Because you're just saying like, ah man, I wish people knew. Yeah, like, to be honest with you, to be totally honest with you, this is the worst case scenario. You know, this time there really might just be no saving them. Or... you could say, like, no way out, no matter what you do. No way out, but it's like no way out for them.
それは窮地であって敗北じゃない。お前はまだ負けていない。違うか?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, however, I would translate this to, like, you're down, but you're not out. Right? You haven't lost yet, right? Yeah, you haven't lost everything yet. You haven't lost yet.
I 前にもこんな不思議とないだ気持ちで空を眺めてたことがある。
Yeah, once in like this... Yeah, okay. Yeah, like once, like during a you know, calm, like a strange calm like this, I looked up, I once looked up at the sky during like a strange calm like this. That's a hard one. Fushito. Yeah. I don't know how to actually get that one in English at all.
現象世界に向かうために命を絶った時だ。
Huh. Oh, wow. That's a really cool way of saying that. 命を断った時だ。命を断る。Wait, is that like an actual set phrase that you can use? Like, is that an actual, like, euphemism, or... Oh, is it Tatsu? Oh, never mind. God, I'm a fucking idiot. I cannot believe he said Tatsu, didn't he? I just wasn't listening whatsoever. What the hell? God, man. It's gonna be one of those days. You don't tell Tatsu still, yeah. I would still go with, like, I still actually like I would go with, like, give up our lives, maybe? Here, then? Yeah, it was when, like, knowing full well that what we would do would lead to a flood of light, we gave up our own lives. Or, wait, no, it's once we, no. 少なると、やったことが繋がるとして、no, fuck. Okay, let me recalibrate here. Let me recalibrate. Fucking hell, man. They did have to kill themselves, yeah. Okay. Allow the caffeine to actually take effect and stop being stupid, man. Okay. Yeah, it was after. Yeah, we learned that what we had done had caused the flood of light and departed for the original world, the primordial world, whatever you want to go with. You know, via taking our own lives.
あっちでお前たちと戦って負けてついえかけた願いを光の巫女が拾ってくれたから俺たちの世界は完全消滅を逃れられた。
Yeah, there we fought you. Lost. Yeah, it was like there that the Maiden of Light like picked up our broken dream. And saved our world from being completely annihilated.
それが救いだったのか、あるいはこんな風に残るより統合された方が幸せだったのか、ずっとわからなかったんだ。
Yeah, like this is another very interesting line. Yeah. Like, was it truly saved, or, you know, maybe, just maybe, like, being rejoined would have been better than this? Yeah, I didn't really know myself for the longest time. But
コルシア島で巨大なタロースが立ち上がった時に思った。 ああ、よかったんだってな。
But yeah, but when I saw that giant Talos rise up in Corsia, I thought, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad things worked out this way.
かつての俺たちは戦う役目を最後まで自分たちだけで抱え込んだ。それがみんなのためだと思ってた。
それはみんなのためと思ったんだ。Yeah, like in the past we, fought until the very end. It might even go with like as heroes. Like we took that burden upon ourselves. I thought that was for the sake of everyone else here.
だからあんな人が一丸になって道を開く様だけは見ることがなかったんだ。
Okay, never mind. That last line went a bit differently than I thought. The past line was saying, like, I thought we were fighting so that everyone else didn't have to. Is more along the lines of what he said, and you might even literally translate it that way. Right? That we kept fighting until the bitter end. So that nobody else had to. But, yeah, that's why... Like, I never saw, I never got the chance to see the people join together as one to forge their own path for themselves. That's the bit that they're going for here. You can't do it they gotta do it for themselves.
眩しかった。ただ胸が詰まって言葉なんて出やしないんだ。
Yeah, this is probably one of the most emotional lines that he's given so far. I would just go with it was amazing. So much so that like I couldn't even find the words to explain it. It's like, yeah, the 胸が詰まって That's I'm trying to think if there's a good way to say 胸が詰まって。まだ生きたがってる奴らがいる。それが手を取り合って天にまで這い上がろうとしてる。Yeah, okay. Yeah, that, yeah, in a world like, yeah, okay, so I might even go with, like, it got to me, and I couldn't even find the words to explain how it felt that even in a world like this, people still want to live. Yeah! Look at this! Like, that they would, join their hands together and desperately attempt to crawl up towards the sky. It's like, that's why I know it wasn't the wrong choice. Yeah, I know it was the right decision. I'm finally proud to say that I played a part, like, in how this world turned out. I'm assuming he's referring to the part about not giving up on them. You know, and going around with Mephilia and not starting the photo fight in the first place. Okay. He is explaining the concept of a fist bump here. It's like, come on, like, your fist. Okay, just try hitting it. Like, there you go on. Fist bump. Yeah. I knew it. And what happened in that room before wasn't just a coincidence.
俺はもう世界を救うことはできないが、何の因果かお前にだけは干渉できるらしい。
So this nan no inga ka is what did they do for this? I need to know. I need to know. God damn it, of course they did. They translated this to, the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. This is a thing that, like, Matt has been playing, my buddy Matt who's been showing up in the stream, has been playing Final Fantasy IX, and they do the same thing. They do a similar thing here. So, all of the world building and the structure in which the setting in this game works is very heavily inspired by Eastern mythology and Eastern philosophy. Obviously, it's a Japanese game. And so, nan no inga ka is just a generalized statement. So, like here, let me translate the line. It's, I can't save this world anymore, but, you know, for some reason or another, or like from some, you know, twist of fate, this console dekiru rashi. You might, saying save you might be fine, depending on what exactly is going on. The console dekiru rashi. I'm getting into that with the Eastern philosophy thing. Like, I can no longer save this world, but you might just say, I can do something about you. You know, by some twist of fate, I can do something about you. Maybe. So what they said in English was, the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours. So, the big thing is that Western philosophy and Western Yeah, he can interact with you. I'm assuming he's talking about, like, taking some of the light. It's I get the bit that he's going for, but saying, like, I can no longer save this world, but I can interact with you just sounds kind of weird in English, and probably isn't the best word to use. You'd probably want to be a bit more euphemistic. But the phrase, the Fates and Gifted, really show their hand as being blatant Westerners. Because those are not concepts here. Like, Western philosophy and Western religion has to do with, like, the immortal versus the mortal, man versus God, you know, good versus evil. And so you've got, like, the concept of immortal beings dictating everything, and, you know, mortals versus the immortals, etc., etc. Whereas Eastern philosophy does no such thing, typically. You know, everybody is part of that, like, greater natural whole, and there really isn't a distinction made between the natural and supernatural. Yeah, and Hinga is literally just cause and effect. It literally just the fact that the word is used that way in Japanese shows the way that it's thought of. Like, it's such a casually used term to mean fate, karma. But it also just means reason, cause and effect. Basically, things like this, when they show up in Eastern games, tend to get massively overstated when they get translated into English. Spirits and such in Japanese storytelling are not supernatural, not in the way that you would think. Like, genuinely, not in the way that you would necessarily think. In the sense that, like, there isn't as strict of a separation that is made. And there isn't the idea of the supernatural realm as somehow being, like, all-powerful and eternal. It's why you've got so many, like, they overplay that a ton in other translations of Final Fantasy games and in RPGs in general. It's why you kind of end up with the trope in a lot of, like, Final Fantasy games and stuff of, like, oh, we're killing God, or a god, quote-unquote. Whereas in Japanese, the idea of, like, oh yeah, we've got this, like, this dude is going to achieve some sort of, like, quote-unquote divinity at the end here, yeah, it's pretty reasonable. You know, that it doesn't have as big of an impact. It's not as, like, big of an overstep. Whereas to the West, somebody, like, ascending to quote-unquote godhood is much bigger of a deal than somebody becoming a like, enshrined deity in the East. You know, like, you have, like, real big Japanese shrines that were just kind of made to, like, people that, you know, people just kind of assumed became, like, spirits that resided over specific, concepts and could do certain things for them. You know, they, like, I can't remember her name in the Killing Stone. Brought it up in the Four Divine Beasts segment. Amo no Mae. Like, you know, that was just a fucking person that people just kind of decided was totally a super powerful fox spirit. Evil fox spirit, and we gotta seal her off in a big ass rock. That whole thing, if you're talking about the Emperor in Japan, that was a pretty much a one-time thing. Like, state Shinto was an anomaly because Japan was attempting to westernize its spirituality. Like, that's actually a good example of that, because Japan was attempting to have a religion in the same way that the West has a religion, and so they just went like, oh, the Emperor is a supreme being descended from Amaterasu directly, and all of that shit, because they were trying to model that after, like, you know, Western religions. They were trying to model it after having, like, the Pope or something like that. That wasn't the normal base state. But so here, saying the fates have gifted me a minor role in yours makes it seem as though there's some unseen hand reaching down and ordaining that Albert be able to do this for you. Whereas in the Japanese, it's just dumb luck, pretty much. This is just kind of how things work. And it doesn't need to be anything more than that, you know? This is just how it goes. Yeah, you'd have to go with a strange twist of fate. That was my first thought. Yeah, Mushishi is a fantastic. If you want to get a crash course on like Eastern philosophy and Eastern folklore, watch Mushishi. It's fantastic. But really, it's a fundamental difference in worldview, right? That people very much so downplay. It's why it's why I go so hard on the translation of kami as God being really dumb, like it being a default to God, because it just isn't actually used in the same way. When you know, we say God, we have a much different conception than when people in Japanese say kami. Even if they say kami-sama, like, they have a different idea of what that means. The scope is much smaller. But yeah, that was a big ass tangent, but I feel like it's important for this because I feel like they probably aren't going to go with some bullshit of like there is some great deity reaching down and ordaining that Albert be able to do this. This is just a result of being part of your soul. It's like I had a feeling when I found out that you could hear me. When I realized like we could talk to each other, I had a feeling.
だが俺は光の反乱を起こした男だ。どんな理由があったとしても、それを否定することはできない。
Yeah, but I am the man who caused the flood of light. Yeah, whatever reasons I might have had, there's no denying that.
だから何かをすればまた間違うんじゃないかと。自分の選択が信じられなくて踏み出すことから逃げていた。
Huh, wow, this seems like it's lining up with stuff. So, I thought that no matter what I did, I would just make things worse again. I couldn't trust myself to make those decisions and, you know, ran away from it altogether.
それでも俺たちの選択が間違いだけではなかったのだとお前たちが証明してくれたから今なら誓うことができる。
間違いだけではなかった。Oh, that's yeah, but Yeah, you proved that, I would say, like, not everything we did was wrong. I was like, yeah, I can, like, swear, make this pledge.
この魂をお前にかけよう。わずかでもまだできることがあるはずだ。
Oh. Yeah, okay, they specifically using the phrase tamashi. Tamashi. この魂をお前にかけよう。Ooh, that's a little, if you hadn't figured it out by now, this is a very good little bit of foreshadowing. This is like, I'm going to bet my soul on you. But that even if it's, you know, no matter how little it might be, there's something else that you know, I must be able to do. So, hey guys, wanna guess whether or not they translated the line of, I'm going to bet my soul on you? Let me just pull up Garland Tools to make sure that this isn't like missing a line or something. The whole thing about, like, you know, the soul, right? That seems like an important one to do here. Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, they don't. Not even slightly. It's hard not to doubt yourself when you're the man who caused the flood. No, he said, that was part of it, but he said, I'm the man who caused the flood of light. There's no denying that. He was taking accountability. It's not just about himself again. I was afraid to do anything more than watch for fear of making things even worse. That's not really... whatever, I'll give them that, fine. That's not good, but it's not horrid. But they missed the point again. But no longer, after all, the path I once walked is now yours to finish. Huh? Yeah, no, that just rewrote the entire last line. Like, they literally just rewrote the entire last line. Here. He said, you've proven that not everything we did was wrong. So now I can, you know, swear to you. And then they just say, for what it's worth, I cast my lot with yours. Cast my lot with yours. You could maybe come back to this and say, like, oh, he said cast his lot with yours. That means he's, like, talking about becoming part of your soul. But he specifically uses the word soul here. In the Japanese. You kind of have to translate the fucking word soul. And also, they didn't translate the rest of the line. They just didn't translate the rest of the line either. Which is... like... I can swear to you, I will bet my soul on you. There must be something, no matter how small it may be, that, like, I can still do to help. You know, parentheses, to help. I'm assuming he's talking about himself with the last line. You know, that's why he's willing to bet his soul on you. He's talking about, like, actually making a decision now to do something proactive. Yeah, it very clearly matters.
お前が世界の敵になりそうだったら止めてやるし、お前が進もうとするなら背中くらいは押してやる。
Yeah. Ah, this is like... Yeah, if it looks like you'll become the like adversary of this world, I'll stop you. And if you're trying to move forward, I'll be there by your side. Like, I would say, like, I'll be there by your side to help you along. Oh, come on. They translated that to, if you need a push, I'll be right there behind you. If you lose control, I'll do my best to stop you. No, it's Sekai no Teki ni Narisou. That's actually important. Everything is about this world. You can't... It's not about the Warrior of Light here. It's about the world.
思うように進めよ、英雄。
I would say, like, so then, yeah, go and do what you need to do, hero. He says, omo yo ni susumeo. Like, he say, like, you know, you're up to you to forge the path. Fuck!
心配してきてみれば、一人で笑っているなんてどういうこと？私の若気は不思議な若気ね。
Okay, so now we're out of the good part. I came all this way so worried about you, and I see you here, like, laughing at nothing. Or, like, smiling at nothing. And my sapling is really a weird sapling, huh? I don't... Fuck off.
まったく、ひどいありさまだわ。エーテルはぐちゃぐちゃで、真ん中にある魂もひびが入って継ぎはぎだらけ。
I mean, the Albert lines are interesting. I'm fine with spending a lot of time on those and then skipping more of the... If I have bought myself skim time, I'm fine. Oh, you're in a terrible state. Ooh, wait a second. So, here's the question here. This is a case where they might be trying to pull some bullshit by the fact that Japanese plurals don't work the same way. There might be... Phil might be talking about there might be more than one soul here. There might be more than one soul here. I mean, that's what it... Like, the MDL, whatever, but I did get that feeling here, too. Just hearing the line. I can't explain it, but that sounds plural. Again, insane. Yeah, oh, you're in a terrible state. Yeah, your ether is all messed up. Is in a mess. And your soul's just all cracked and it's just like full of cracks.
かわいそうなあなた、これからどうするつもりなの？
わいそうなあなた。And my poor. You would probably have to go with like, oh, my poor little sapling. What are you going to do?
妖精王になれば人との関わりを断って城の中に隠れていられる。
関わりを買って。Yeah, yeah, if you were to become the fairy king, you could sever your connection, like your it's like, yeah, you could cease to be human and hide away within the castle.
Nani mo kaiketsu wa shinai keredo, betsu ni ii janai. Dareka ga anata o taosou to shi ni kite mo, yousei no minna de mamotte ageru wa.
Yeah, it wouldn't solve anything, but yeah, that's fine. If anyone came to try and defeat you, all the fairies would come out to protect you.
それをあなたが望むなら、王冠や杖を譲るけれど、どう？
Yeah, if that's what you want, I'll gladly give up my crown and staff. Scepter. What do you think? Yeah, no.
なんて知ってるわ。私の若木ったらとても釣れない人なのよ。私の提案なんてこれっぽっちも聞く気がないのだわ。
This non-tit. She's just saying like, yeah, It's like, you know, of course you wouldn't. Just kidding. I know my sapling is incredibly, is very cold. Yeah, so I knew before I asked that, you know, you would never actually hear out anything I had to say. Rude.
それにそんな結末には私の愛した美しさもない。
Yeah. It's like, yeah, and that sort of ending, it doesn't have the sort of beauty I love so much. Fuck you, you immortal fairy asshole.
ねえ、私の可愛い可愛い若木。あなたは今迷い路の中。これから進むべき方向を決めなければならないわ。
And my cute, adorable sapling. Ugh. Yeah, right now you're lost. And you have to decide where you'll go from here. You have to decide your path.
そんな時、人は先を見通そうとする。だから私たちは意地悪な霧や幻惑でもっと迷わせるの。
Yeah, at times like that, yeah, people try to think about what will come next. And that's why they're so easily trapped in our... Hmm? Yeah, that's why we, like, trick you with these, yeah, the fog and illusions to lead you further astray.
それを破る方法はね、一度立ち止まること。そしてどこへ行くべきかではなく、自分が今どこにいるのかを正しく知ることよ。
But the way to break through that confusion is to stop for a while. And instead of thinking about, like, where you must go, you need to become very aware of exactly where you are. It's not really about, like, feeling where you are. It's not necessarily like a live in the moment thing. It kind of is. But it's saying, like, you need to be aware of where you are. Not, yeah, like, where exactly are you actually? I mean, it's partially a journey destination meme, but it's also a, like, reevaluate where you actually even stand. Because they say 正しく知ることよ。
影に隠した赤い目はいつも優しくあなたを見ていた。
Right, like they're leading up here. Yeah. Our crystal friend or my crystal friend. Yeah, those, like, red eyes he kept hitting were, like, always looking at you with such affection.
So の意味を知れば、あなたの知らないあなたのことも、今あなたが立つ場所も見えてくるかもしれないわ。
Right? So this is what they're going for here. It's, yeah, if you knew why, yeah, then you may yet be able to learn that which you do not currently know. You know, and see where it is that you truly stand right now. Right, that's the bit, is that they're saying, like, you know, humans are so preoccupied with where they're going that they don't realize if they're not actually where they think that they were. You know, that's what makes them so easy to mislead. You don't think that like, the ground's been pulled out under them and that their base assumptions are wrong. Saying, yeah, your base assumption of this situation is wrong. Wow, Grahatia. Yeah, thankfully this is his garden. Well, Niwa is so obnoxious. Yeah, if you ask the people of this town, I'm sure you'll be able to find some clues as to who he is, what is going on, where you actually are. Yeah, whatever you choose, I'll be looking forward to see. Whatever choice you made, I'm eagerly awaiting it. Yeah, so then, see you later. I get the distinct feeling that filler begins now. I don't fully understand how anybody could not really know what was going on at this point. Huh? Oh, we're talking to the damn Amaro farmer. Okay. Morrow rancher. Yeah, okay. You just woken up? Already out and about? Are you okay? Are you alright, Conrad? You want to learn about the Crystal Lord? Yeah, not sure if I'll be able to tell you anything you don't know. He's incredibly... He's a sage, as everyone knows, and incredibly mysterious. Gave the people in the city their freedom. Yeah, like yeah, like all freedom. Yeah, even like letting people take supplies out from the tower. Yeah, there was only one thing that was forbidden for anyone other than himself to live within the tower. I can't remember when it was, but yeah, there was. Yeah, I had a friend who asked him why. Then the Crystal Lord laughed softly and said, or smiled slightly and said, yeah, because that magic tower might one day disappear as suddenly as it arrived. I mean, we already know that it's the same Crystal Tower. Unless they're going for something else, but I can't really... Like, I already know all the Grahatia stuff. Oh, hey, it's the otaku. Oh, did you forget something? If you're asking about the research into the light, I haven't made any progress. My apologies. Yeah, you're asking if there's any, like, documents or records about the Crystal Lord. Yeah, in that case, I can simply tell you, no need for books. Yeah, less than 10 years after the Flood of Light, the Crystal Tower suddenly appeared in Lakeland. Yeah, and, like, people became aware of the summoner of that tower, the Crystal Lord. It's like became a known figure. Yeah, from then on, the city of the Crystallium developed and grew, taking in, like, yeah, the people of the Lakeland Commonwealth who, like, lost their homes, and the refugees fleeing the collapse of the Food Kingdom. そんな中で、頑なに名を明かさない彼を王と呼ぼうとする者たちもいたそうです。しかし、彼は自分はその器ではないと否定した。 Yeah, yeah, amongst them, there were those who attempted to refer to him who refused to give his name as a king. However, he rejected that as 自分はその器ではない. It was like, he refused saying, I'm not, like, worthy of that sort of, title.
そこで、とうと彼の容姿にちなんで、人々は水晶皇という呼び名をつけました。本名については、おそらく誰も知らないままでしょ
う。Yeah, okay, so 水晶皇, that makes sense. That makes sense. Where the fuck did they get Exarch? Literally, where did they get Exarch? That's like the same shit. Yeah, so people gave him the name Crystal Lord after the tower and his appearance. As for his real name, nobody knows. Perhaps nobody knows. But, how the fuck did they get Crystal Exarch? Genuinely? This doesn't make any damn sense. If anything, it should either be, like, Crystal Lord, Crystal Prince, or Crystal Duke. But I think Lord fits the best because he's just the Lord of the Tower. That's it. Not of the Crystallium, just the Tower. Like... Yeah, but... It doesn't even sound cooler. Exarch is just, like, not the right word. It just kind of makes them sound like they don't know what they're talking about. Like, why not just call him the Crystal Czar or some shit like that, then? Crystal Primus. Fuck it, bro. Crystal Jedi. I don't give a shit. Sultan, yeah. Considering they changed that entire speech in Final Fantasy IX to a Yoda quote. Crystal Khalif? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, whatever. Oh, you're better? We were so worried about you.
何？水晶皇の話を聞きたいだって？そうは言われても、あの人の蘇生については、お互いのために問わないってのが不分律だったから。
Yeah, what, you want to hear about the Crystal Lord? You told me about, even if you ask me, I was told that it's Utmarine rule to not ask about his identity. Yeah, they did the same thing with Nanamo, like... They literally... Like, Sultana doesn't even make any damn sense for the culture. Oh, bro, wait, shit, I forgot about that. I forgot. Yo, Dak, you've seen this, right? You've seen it, this thing, right? Here. Let me pull this up. The thing about the cash shop. The cash shop outfit. This one is so funny, man. So remember how we said, like, right here we just said, like, hey, this doesn't match the culture at all of Nanamo, so it's kind of ridiculous that you're naming it Sultan. So, If you really want some examples of just how stupid the English team is, this is the Far Eastern Performers attire, in which that's a Korean outfit. Okay, that's a Korean outfit. And it says Far Eastern Performers mask, Far Eastern Performers dolgi, Far Eastern Performers hyokui, and Far Eastern Performers zori. Huh, those are Japanese names for those things. Now, the Japanese version... People are pissed about this, by the way. People are real pissed about this. Now, the Japanese version says, like, yeah, Far Eastern, like, traveling, entertainers mask. Then it's, wait, that's Dogi? So what they did here is they just translated the Japanese names of these into English but kept them in Japanese. Whereas when you read this in Japanese, unless I'm very much so tripping, this to me just reads as mask, undershirt, pants, and sandals. They just used the wrong fucking culture. Because the Japanese version of it is literally just using the generic, like, pretty generic terms for those pieces of clothing. They aren't using, like, specifically Japanese terms for those pieces of clothing. That's just how you would describe it in Japanese, pretty much, if you weren't using the exact name of them. They're just saying, like, undershirt, pants, sandals. Mask. So, the English should have been mask, undergarment, slacks or pants, and sandals. That's it. But instead, they're so fucking dumb that they literally just went, ooh, it'll sound cooler if we put it into Japanese, not realizing that it's a Korean outfit. And so, people are pissed. People are pissed, bro. And, people on Japanese Twitter are pissed too. However, the Koreans are mad at the Japanese players for mixing and matching glams using that outfit and, like, Japanese ones. Which, big no-no for many historical reasons. They are very not happy about that when people do it. But nobody is mad about the name. And so it's the same thing with, like, Crystal Exarch or Sultana, where they just literally willy-nilly pick cultural terms out of a hat. No, yeah, it's not... I think it's also silly to be upset about that as well, but it's more understandable, like... You can get it. Like, it makes sense. I'm not saying that it's, like, reasonable, but you can understand why they would be mad. There is historical precedent for Koreans being not happy about that. Meaning whether or not I personally think that it's reasonable to, like, blow up at people on Twitter over it. Like, that's the expected thing that they would be mad about, as opposed to the name being in Japanese. But yeah, that's just, they just kind of pick cultures out of a hat. You know, really, honestly, you can say that I think it's very progressive of them to not see, race, and to see Olda. Like, you see Olda and you see the trains and stuff, and you go, yeah, I think this is assaulting it. I think this is assaulting it. Like, But that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though, Kashitani. Like, I think that if you are a Japanese translator, if you are translating from Japanese professionally, and you can't tell at a glance that this is a Korean outfit, or at the very least that this is not a Japanese outfit, you probably shouldn't be a translator. Like, there's a level of expected cultural knowledge that comes with learning a language. It'd be like playing a Japanese game and they call a cowboy hat a sombrero. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, I don't understand how you can know enough Japanese to be able to be a translator, but not know enough Japanese culture to know that that's not a Japanese outfit. Like, that's just odd to me. I don't understand how you could insulate yourself from that much. I mean, like, all you did was, like, study from textbooks and stuff and never actually, like, consumed any Japanese media or, like, talked to anybody or anything. Yeah, and cultural knowledge is absolutely essential for translation. Because otherwise you're not going to understand, you know, things like the whole, nan no inga thing. Like the, you know, by some twist of fate or for whatever reason. And then they would translate that to, oh, that must mean the fates. That must mean like a magical, preordained concept of fate. If there's anybody who would, you know anything that you don't already know, it'd have to be Dinah, right?
生まれて間もなく、両親を罪食いにやられてな。何かと気にかけてくれた公とは、まあ、容姿こそちぐはぐだが、祖父と孫娘みたいなもんなんだ。
Yeah, her, parents were eaten by sin eaters soon after she was born, and the like Lord took some sort of like interest in her, and you know, they make a weird looking pair, but you know, they're like a grandfather and his granddaughter.
だから、今回の件の人一倍答えてるはずなんだが、どうにか平静を保って、従者の門の警備に当たってるよ。よければ、後で会いに行ってみるといい。
It was a Korean store exclusive thing? Fucking hell, man. That's hilarious. So, yeah, she should, know more about this than anybody else. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, what happened here should have hit her harder than anybody else. But, you know, somehow she's maintaining her composure and guarding the gate. And you should go and talk to her. Interhooks. Yeah, like, that really is one of those things where, you know, we've been seeing a lot of those in the metaphor streams where you just can't even reverse engineer how the mistake happened. Like, in a lot of times you'll see something and be like, okay, they must have mistaken this for this, or, oh, I misread this, I read this backwards, I thought that was nani nani ni when it was nani nani ga. Okay, I got the directionality wrong, I misread a particle, something like that. but a lot of the things that are happening here, or like that one with the gas shop thing, I just don't even understand how you fuck it up. Like, even if you had a 30-second deadline, you would just go top shirt pants. Right? Like, that's what you would do. For you to intentionally go out of your way to go, I'll go with Dogi and Hyakui and Zori. It's like you had to have sat there and looked at it and been very confident in this. And very dumb.
あなた、目を覚ましたんですか?
Oh, you're awake.
ああ、よかったです。本当に。これで、あとは、
Thank
公
goodness.
が戻ってきてくだされば。
Also, remember way back in the start of the expansion? When, Grahatia referred to Raina in the English as, like, captain, like, guard captain, instead of referring to her by her name? And she used also, like, turbo formalized terms with Grahatia? And then, oh, look, as it turns out, they're, like, you know, they've got, like, a grandfather-granddaughter, father-daughter relationship. Crazy? And it's crazy how you could immediately pick up on how close they are in the Japanese. But the English just decided that it knew better. It was like, oh, she's the captain of the guard, and he's the lord of the town, so of course he would refer to her by her title. Again, just very dumb. Thank goodness, now, if only the Lord would come back.
水晶校は、あの男にさらわれたそうですね。その居場所についても、皆さんは何かしら心当たりがあるようでした。
It appears that the Crystal Lord was kidnapped by that man. I hate when they do that. Yeah, everyone said that they had some sort of idea of where he might be.
しかし、今は少し待てと。倒れたあなたを見れば、私、
Yeah,
今流行った
it's
ところで、事態を
that sort of
解決するに
vague
は及ば
stuff
ない
in
と理解が
Japanese
できま
works
した。
way better than it does in English. It works so much better. You can say あの男 and it works. But if you say that man in English, it just sounds weird. Yeah, and then they asked us to just wait. You know, and then I saw you collapsed and... what does it? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, this is just like, there's nothing that I could do to fix things, is pretty much what she's going with.
ですが、私はどうしても
Yeah, but I,
あなた方を追ってコルシア島に旅立つ直前、公は私に一つの鍵を託していったのです。
yeah, just before I, left for Corsia to try and, find you. Yeah, you all, or just before he left for Corsia, the Crystal Lord gave me this key.
星見の間の奥にある塔の心臓部、 こう以外が立ち入ることのできない神旅の間の鍵を。
Okay. セミ。Yeah, it opens a, yeah, the key to, like, the room that all but the Lord were forbidden to, or could not enter, and the heart of or at the back of, like, far reaches of the stargazing room, to the heart of the tower. 神領の間。Is this 神領? Yeah, this is like the reflecting room, I guess?
曰く、これより、塔の
I'm
中には
not quite.
何
I'll
年
have
た
to
り
keep
とも
those
い
in
るな
mind.
と。
I
つ
can't
むい
think
が
of
来
what
て
those
どう
names
しよう
should
もない
be.
場合にだけ、神旅の間に行き、防壁を展開せよとのことでした。
Oh yeah, what? I fucking said Ida. What the hell? God, it's one of those days. Just my eyes are glazing over looking at Yomitan. I'm just reading out the first shit that I see as Furigana. Yoku. Oh, okay. Yeah, he said that no one was to enter this... Yeah, in the past he said that no one were to enter this tower, except if the Sineers were to overrun the city and there was nothing else that could be done, that, like, they would go into this, like, reflecting room and deploy a protective barrier.
そんなことを言われるのは初めてで、でも決戦前ではさも
Oh,
あ
he
ろう
was
と思
telling
い、
that to her
私は
specifically.
鍵を受け取りました。
Yeah, this is the first time I'd ever been told that, but... Oh! Okay. Yeah, okay. I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, she's just saying, like, okay, she just took the key without really thinking about what it meant necessarily.
しかし、俺を今になって私は思うのです。
Yeah,
あ
but
の時、
now that
公
things
は
come
何
to
か
this, I
自分
think...
の身にただならぬことが起きると予感していて、私に鍵を託したのではないかと。
Yeah, yeah, the Crystal Lord thought that something would, might happen to him, and so he left me this key.
教えてください。あの人は一体、皆さんは本当は何を？
Yeah, please tell me. Yeah, who exactly is he? Who are all of you?
すみません。公を信じているなら、こんな風に本人のいないところで聞くべきではありませんね。
It's like that's more like who is he and or like what happened to him, what have you all done? But she really is asking like what the fuck are all of you people? Yeah, sorry. You know, if I truly trust the Lord, I shouldn't be asking about him behind his back like this.
それにしても、あなたはどうしてこの場所へ？
Yeah, but yeah. That aside, why did you come all the way out here?
そうですか。あなたもまた公にまつわる答えを探していると。
I see. Yeah, you're also looking for answers about the
でした
Crystal
ら
Lord.
神女の間へ行ってみるのはいかがでしょうか。他ならぬあなたならその場所で得られる情報もあるかもしれません。
Yeah, okay. In that case, how about why don't you try going to the reflecting room? Yeah, like or like yeah, why don't we? She might be saying we go together. No, I mean yeah, if you're there, you might be able to learn something there. This Inyo. This is such a ridiculous name for a room. I don't understand what exactly they're going for with this. I'm sure it'll make sense once we get there. Oh shit. Ibo no uta. Yeru koto naki. Ibo no uta. Yeah, this is like a never-ending song of hope.
では、私は先に
The English line is the unbroken thread. Cool. So much flavor.
続けてお越しください。
Okay. Okay, I'll head back to the like Stargazer room, open the door, and please follow after. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to split up this into 2 streams because, man, I am like weirdly off. I want you to take precisely 3 guesses what they call this room in English. Oh no, I already saw it. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. The thing is that the English name, like the Japanese name, okay. The Japanese name is weird. It's really weird. Like, in fact, I'm gonna look this up. Like, what exactly is... So, yeah, Shinryo is like deep in thought, or like deep, careful consideration. So it's like... room, like the room of contemplation, or something like that. In English, they went with umbilicus? Which, huh? I don't... Yeah, well, it's not even just like a study, it's like... It's more specific than that, and also very weird. Yeah, they did say Shinryo. It's... And also, it's like... Oh, okay. Shinryo Enbo. Ah. There you go. That's the bit I needed. Shinryo Enbo. Oh, that's a sick, cool-ass... Oh, that's a sick-ass 4-kanji compound. I didn't know about that. I'm glad I looked this up. Yo. Yo. Okay, this is apparently a 4-kanji compound that I've never heard of. So, and it's part, like, it's related to this. Kimbo and yo. Oh, you can say it either way. You can say Shinyo Enbo Shinbo en Shinyo en Shinbo Enryo or Shinryo Enbo. You can do either. God, this makes me sound insane. These are different kanji four kanji compounds, but okay. Shinryo Enbo. This is like deeply laid plan. Right? And so using Shinryo no Ma, this is like, oh, you could go real cool with this. You just need some sort of room. You need a room name that, like, references the idea of this all being, planned out. This, to me, is like, oh shit, he was planning for this. The whole thing, including getting shot. Umbilicus doesn't make any damn sense. This is a cool-ass term. I'm gonna start busting this out randomly now. Shinryo Enbo. Or it's Shinryo Enbo. Shinryo Enbo. Yeah, it's straight down. That's a weird, pitch accent pattern. Shinryo Enbo. Shinryo Enbo. Huh. Yeah, I'm busting that out randomly from now on. Wagahai no Shinryo Enbo. Sick. New Chuni tech unlocked.
Yeah,
I'll be waiting outside. Yeah, once you've finished your business, I'll lock it once more. Yeah, please let me know. Where did they even get... Umbilicus just sounds incredibly dumb. Yeah, this is his planning room. This is the spot where he has planned out everything that has happened up until this point. Oh shit, flashback. Oh, he just let her injure it. And so then, Crystal Lord. Or, no, I should say your true name. Grahatia.
あなたは第一世界の住民ではなく原初世界のそれも第八零歳が起きた未来から来たとおっしゃるのですか
So then, you're... Based on what I've... From my understanding, you're saying that you are not an inhabitant of the first world, but of the original world. And that you have come from a future in which the eighth calamity has come to pass.
時間と世界を超越し零細の要因を排することでかの英雄を死の運命から救おうとしていると
Yeah. By transcending, yeah, time and worlds themselves, okay, yeah, by transcending time and worlds themselves and eliminating the cause of this calamity, you seek to save this hero from their fated death.
ああ、唐突な話で信じがたいだろうが。
Yeah, it's yeah, quite the I'm assuming it's quite the difficult story to believe, but
いいえ、疑っているわけではありません。第八霊祭が起きるという話も、あなた自身のことも。
yeah, of course. No, there's no reason why I should doubt you. Not of the calamity that occurred or of yourself.
ただ、ことはあまりに重大です。もう少し経緯を詳しく伺っても。
Yeah, but what you've told me is far too is so grave. Could you please tell me in more detail what you mean?
もちろんな。
Of course.
始まりは
Okay, we're doing a whole ass lore dump.
第八霊祭で多くの犠牲者が出る中、シド・ガーロンドとその仲間たちが生き延びたことだろう。
Yeah, how it began. That's right. Sid Garland and his friends, I believe they survived the, amidst the casualties of the Eighth Calamity.
彼らは終わりのない戦乱を鎮めようと、様々な手段を模索していった。
They searched, desperately for ways to, quell this never-ending wars.
そのうちの
This
一つ、
never-ending war.
かの英雄との冒険から着想を得、彼らが生涯をかけて追求した理論。
Now, one of them was, inspired by the, the adventures of that hero and, like, devoted their life to, 彼らが、なんかさ、遠く。Okay, hold up. let me think about this. Everything here is modifying Riron, but I don't really know what they mean. Maybe. Okay, but they're talking about, like, the, there's some, like, thing about our adventures that, like, inspired some particular mechanism that they're researching. Yeah, they dedicated their lives to researching this. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, a way to cross over the flow of time and to transcend the barrier, like the space between dimensions.
だが彼らがそれを確立したのは晩年。実践するかどうかは次の世代の判断に任された。
Yeah, however, they formulated that theory in their final years. And so putting it into practice, yeah, whether or not to put it into practice was left to the judgment of the next generation.
その頃になっても戦火はまだ燃え広がり続けていた。人は奪い殺し、あらゆる希望が焼き払われた。
焼き払われた。Yeah, however, even then, the war continued to spread. Yeah, the flames of war spread ever further. Yeah, people stole, killed. Yeah, and all hope was reduced to ashes.
皆うなだれて言っていた。この世界はもうダメだ。人は道を間違えたのだ。と。
Yeah, everyone, like, despaired. This world was finished. Yeah, that mankind has gone astray. It's like, mankind has chosen a path of destruction.
そんな中で誰かが言った。
Yeah, however, in the midst, someone said,
私たちがもうダメだとしても、こうして生まれたことを無意味にしてなるものか。
Ah! You fuckers, okay. Yeah, even if, like, there is no more hope for us, muimi ni shite naru mono ka. Like, must it become, like, meaningless for us to have been born? Like, must our lives be meaningless? Like, must our lives have been... Ugh, this is hard. This is fucking hard. You would really want to get it. こうして生まれたことを無意味にしてなるものか。してなるものか。
別の未来への可能性をこの手で開くのだ。天才たちの残した知恵で第8零祭の発生を阻止しよう。
Yeah, we will open a path for a new future. Like with the knowledge left behind by, like, brilliant minds before us. Yeah, we will prevent the eighth calamity from ever occurring.
それに賛同した人々は戦争の続く中で長い長い時間をかけてシドたちの理論を実現させていった。
So unless I might just be reading that. I'm gonna have to come back when I'm, like, fresher or in a better having a better brain day. 私はもうダメだとしてもこうして生まれたことを無意味にしてなるものか。I can't read that as anything other than, like, even if there's no hope for us, like, do we truly have to have lived for nothing? Is, I believe, what that meaning is. those who supported this, amidst the war, the flames of war, you spent ages upon ages to make these like theories a reality. Like take this Sid's theories research and make it a reality.
計画に必要だったクリスタルタワーの再起動に成功し、その管理者たる私も同時に目覚めたというわけだ。
Yeah, and then 200 years after the calamity, they like the Crystal Tower, like, so essential to that plan was restarted, and I, as its like as its administrator, was awoken.
So れまでの研究で霊祭の大まかな仕組みや第8霊祭の時に統合されたのが第一世界だったことは明らかになっていた。
Yeah, previous research had shown that previous research had shown the, like, rough mechanism of how calamities occur, and that the first world was integrated into the original during the 8th calamity.
あとはシドたちの理論に基づいてこの塔を改造。転移に際して必要なエネルギーもこいつなら集積できる。
Yeah, so, based on, Sid's, theory, the tower was reconstructed, was remodeled. In order to facilitate the energy needed to, Okay, yeah, so the tower was reconstructed, but it already had the ability to accumulate the energy, like to, produce and accumulate the amount of energy needed for the dimensional transfer.
そうしてあなたはクリスタルタワーごと統合される前の第一世界へとやってきた。
And so then, you brought the Crystal Tower to a time before it was integrated with joined with the First World. Yeah.
統合よりも少しだけ前に到着するつもりが100年近くも早くなってしまったがね。目印を用いてなお両世界の時の際は計りがたい。
I was originally planning to arrive just before the rejoining, but ended up being here 100 years too early. Mijirushi? Yeah, even using the like signs or like reference points available to us, the time disparity between two worlds is incredibly difficult to measure precisely.
結果的にはそれで正解だった。積み食いという 光の加護なしには倒せない相手がいた以上、彼女を呼ぶための時間
However,
が
in
必
the
要だ
end,
った
it was fortunate that occurred. It worked in our favor. Since the Sin Eaters, the Sin Eaters were present and could not be defeated without the protection of the light. And so I needed time to summon her, Warrior of Light.
なんと果てしない道のりか。その計画がここまで進んでこられたのはまるで奇跡です。
What an utterly I would say an unfathomably long journey. Yeah, for that plan to have progressed successfully up until this point is nothing short of a miracle.
歴史を書き換えた結果がどういった形で出るにせよ、あなた方はあくまで第八霊祭の先にいる存在。
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, however, regardless of what occurs from rewriting history, you all are, at the end of the day, beings from a time after the 8th calamity has occurred.
霊祭の発生を阻止したところで、あなた方自身が救われることはないとお気づきでしょう。
Yeah. Yeah, even if you were to stop this calamity from occurring, you yourselves will not be saved. And you knew this, didn't you? So this is different than what I thought they were going with. I'm assuming that they aren't... I'm assuming it's not like they're gonna disappear, but it's like this is a completely different-ass timeline. Like, this is not your version of this world or whatever that's being saved. Like, you can't undo that shit, really. But let's see.
ああ、よくわかっていたさ。だからこそシドたちも可能性を残しておきながらやれとは言わなかったんだろう。
Yeah, I know full well, and that's why, Sid and the others left behind. Yeah, like gave us the chance to do this, but never demanded it be done.
自分には何の見返りもないと知りながら、他人の幸せのために心血を注ぐのは簡単なことじゃない。
Okay, this line is very clearly... This line right here is pure Nier Automata. I can see exactly why they did this, the crossover. It fits so fucking perfectly. If you have not played Nier Automata, go play Nier Automata. If you are concerned about spoilers about Nier Automata right now, I suggest that you, mute the stream for about, 2 minutes or something. Because I'm about to freak out about how sick this is. Okay? You've been given ample warning. So this is, it's not easy to, throw everything you have into, that providing, saving others, providing the happiness of others, while knowing you will get nothing in return. So, this is that true ending bit in Nier Automata of, are you truly going to give up everything that you've done, erase your save file, just to save someone else who will never thank you? Someone else whose name and face you will never know. Same bit. That's what they're going for.
ましてや
That's the whole point.
そうも知れぬ身の混沌とした世においてはこんな
Okay, we're back.
形になったのにも偶然ではない理由がある
Yeah, and like a... Yeah, it's like... Yeah, and... Yeah, like we're in a world where no one... Like a world of pure chaos. Instead of... You know, where no one knew what the future held. But the thing is that this is different than hope for the future, though. Like, they're clearly stating, like, we're burning ourselves out to save entirely different people and not ourselves, who are from a different world. It's completely different. Like, it's not about those who come after us, or anything like that. Also, so Dak, like, the line here from the Crystal Exarch, right? This is the one that I need a sanity check on, because I don't trust myself today. Yes. This is the line I need a sanity check on. Those... Though we may be beyond salvation, those who came before may yet be saved. Which, no, that doesn't seem particularly right for, for this line. 私たちがもうダメだとしても、こうして生まれたことを無意味にしてなるものか。That would be this. Like, this is like, even if, to me this reads as like, even if, like, there's no hope left for us, you know, must our, like, lives be meaningless? Must our lives have been for nothing? Or can we truly let our lives be for nothing? That's not what it means. Like, this is not those who came before may yet be saved. They keep doing the wrong emphasis. The emphasis keeps being wrong. Literally, yeah, I don't want to have been born for nothing. Right, that's the meaning. It's the idea of, like, brute forcing meaning out of a doomed existence. Right, to do something that leaves behind that legacy that you can point to and say, I did that mattered. So it's not about the thing that they're talking about. It's not like, oh, we can still save them. It's, do we really have to just give up and say that there was no reason for us to have ever been born? No. So even though we're doomed, and even though, like, not really sure if this is gonna work, we're still gonna go for it. Yeah, like, this plan coming to fruition wasn't, you know, just by coincidence. There was a reason for it.
彼女だよ あの英雄の冒険団が人々をつないでいたんだ。
It was her, the hero. Yeah, like the stories of their adventures connected people.
どんな絶望の底にいても立ち上がった人がいた。終わりないはずの戦いに終止符を打った人がいた。
Yeah, no matter how hopeless it all was. Yeah, this is really nice. Like there was someone who stood up. I'm assuming, like, yeah, that, like, like, there was someone who, like, closed... You could say, like, yeah, closed the book on, like, a war that should have been never-ending.
嘘みたいにまっすぐとあの英雄は進んでいく。その歩みは語れば勇気に、聞けば希望になる物語として絶望の時代のそこかしこで輝いていた。
嘘みたいにまっすぐと。Ah, shit. I think that you can't really work Usomitai, and you have to do something different here. Like... Maybe you can work Unbelievable in... But it really is just kind of like... Yeah, it's like that hero, no matter what happened... Like, no matter what happened, no matter how they should have failed, they kept moving forward. It's almost... Ah, this bit here is hard too. Yeah, it's like their journey, like, shown as a you could maybe go with like a you know, a beacon of hope. Yeah, it's like it like gave courage to those, like the story gave courage to those who spoke it and hope to those who heard it. And it's like the one like source of, like, the one beacon of hope in a in like a doomed world. Or like the one beacon of hope in an age of despair.
時には亡国の歴史に かけがえのない盟友として刻まれていた。
Oh, fuck, this is such... this is hard. This is... I can't... Fuck. It's like, and yeah, they were like engraved in the history of like ruined nations as as an irreplaceable ally or something. That's weird.
またある時はボロボロになった手記の写しに
Yeah, okay,
その光景が
sometimes.
綴られていた。
Yeah, at other times, this. Like, it was... Yeah, like, these tales of adventure were scrawled in... Yeah, ragged, memoirs.
辛い夜を越えるためにその物語を語り継いできた人々もいた。
And there were those who... Yeah, told told the story to make their way through like hard, painful nights.
第8零祭の阻止に賛同した人の多くが言っていた。あの英雄のために自分ができることがあるなんて上等だと。
Yeah, like... Yeah, most of those who agreed to... And most of those who participated in preventing the 8th Calamity said this. Yeah, that they were proud that there was anything that they could do to help that hero.
遠くの星だったはずの彼女に思いが届けられるならみんなでこう言ってやろうじゃないかと。
You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers. I glanced over. It should come as little surprise the plan found no shortage of volunteers concerning as it did the Warrior of Light themselves. It was their chance to add their own verse to the hero's saga. What? Like, I'm not even gonna dignify that with an explanation, but fuck you. Yeah. And 僕の話だったはずの彼女になら like, yeah, this is, yeah, if they could convey their feelings to her, you know, in a far, far away world, then they would all say this.
あなたという英雄の残した足跡は死してなお人の希望であったのだと。
Oh, yeah, okay. してなお。Fuck, this one you really want to get right. It's like, yeah, it's like the footprints you left behind. Like, even after you, like, even in death, were the hope of us all. Yeah, notice that they use ashiato, footprints. Like, what was left behind were the hope of us all. And it's Hibo de atta no da to. Past tense, past tense, past tense. Past tense here is incredibly important. Now then, I need to pull this one up because, again, go fuck yourself. They were the lodestar that brought them all together to send their final message back through time and space to her. That's not what they said. At fucking all. They said if we could, like, send our feelings to them on that, in that far, far away world, we would say this. You know, your, like, the footprints you left behind, even in death, were the hope of us all. Past tense. The light of your legacy was our torch in the darkness. Burn bright again and live. Why? Let's see if there's anything here. Nope, nope, that's just that was a line.
だから私はただの代理人さ。この計画の成功をもってあの人に命を届けに来た。
It's not the fucking point. It's like, so I'm just a representative. Like a substitute, a proxy. Yeah, that, like, through this plan, we might give that person life. And listen to Urianger's voice acting there. It's like, why? Why are you only telling me about this?
すまない。そこは打算的な動機なんだ。あなたに協力者になってほしくてね。
It's like, yeah, sorry, this is like a calculated move. Yeah. I want you, to be a collaborator of mine. You might even go with, collaborator, accomplice, maybe. Not accomplice, collaborator.
ミンフィリアを送り込む手引きをしたのは自分だったのだと。
あなたは教えてくれなんだろう。Yeah, you must, you taught her. Yeah, that's, it's like, you, when you learned that the first world was on the verge of a flood of light, it's like, this is like you showed that you're capable, I guess. But also saying, like, told Minfilia about how to save the world from the fall of light. Yeah, that was you.
そ
So
れは
since
おそ
you're
ら
the
く
one who did that, you might be down for
あなたに
this?
とって苦渋の決断でだからこそ彼女の守ったこの世界を救わねばと覚悟している
That must have been an incredibly difficult choice for you to make. However, that is why I'm sure that you're prepared, you're capable of saving this world that she, has protected.
そのために必要な対価があったとしてもあなたなら進むことを選んでくれると思ったのだ
Yeah, that even if a price needed to be paid, like that you would, this is like choose to move forward, but it's like that you would choose to do what needs to be done. Maybe you could say like choose the right path, but it's not even the right path. It's
対価ですか
yeah, a price. Yeah, what price?
この計画の終わりすべての大罪食いを倒したときに私は光を引き受けて死ぬ
Yeah, at the end of this plan, when all the great sin eaters are defeated, I will absorb all of the light and to die.
あなたの仲間やいつか来るあの人がそれに
He's actually kind of downplaying it there by just saying Shinu
彼ら
here.
のことだ計画を止めようとするかもしれない
Yeah, if your friends, companions, or that hero will one day arrive here were to notice, they might attempt to stop this
だ
plan.
がそれでは誰も救われないのだ
Yeah, however, then no one will be saved.
だから計画の全容を悟られないためにも私の正体を隠す手伝いをしてほしい
So then I hope you will, help to hide my true identity and and prevent them from, like, realizing the full extent of this
オリエ
plan.
ンジェどうか協力して私が話した第八零祭の危機をあなたが次元の狭間で見たことにしてもらえないだろうか
Ah, okay. So that's where they're going with. Yeah, Urienja, could you... Yeah, please, cooperate with me and pretend that you... Yeah, you witnessed the, Eighth Calamity personally as you... Yeah, passed through the space between dimensions.
本当にあなたはそれでいいのですか
Are you really okay with that? Are you truly, like, is that truly alright with you?
あの人の名はちゃんと未来で待っていたならそれを助けに行くのは誰にも譲れない俺の役目だ
Ah, damn. Okay, this line is, ugh. Yeah, their name was waiting for me in the future. That's a reference to the thing that he said where it's like, I'm sure that, when the future comes, I'll see your name written out throughout history. Yeah, that's why saving them is a is a duty that must be fulfilled by me, and not anyone else.
何があったって悲しい結末になんてさせるものか。
Ah. Yeah, whatever happened. Yeah. 何があったって。Yeah, like, no matter what happened, can we truly, like, let this end in such tragedy? Or can this, like, yeah, can their story really have a sad ending? Like, can we really let their story have a sad ending? Is probably what I would go with.
分かってると思うが、お前は危険な状態にある。
Yeah, I'm sure you're aware, but right now you're in a dangerous state.
また暴走が起きれば、今度こそ理性すらない化け物になり果ててしまうかもしれない。
Have you, if the light runs rampant again, then this time for sure, or this time you might just turn into a reasonless monster, or a mindless monster.
お前自身はもう助からないかもしれない。
Yeah, and no matter what you do, it might not be possible to save yourself.
それで、お前はどうしたい？
So then, what do you want to do? Can't just leave Emmett Silk to do whatever he's doing on his own. Want to go save the Crystal Lord. I'm interested in what exactly. I'm gonna say, like, yeah, I'm gotta go yell at him.
それなら行こう。エメトセルクの言っていた黒き海、テンペストには心当たりがある。
Okay. If so, let's go. I think I've got an idea of the Black Sea Tempest that Emmett Silk was talking about.
国風海。嵐大きあの海に奴の根城があるはずだ。
It's like, okay, the Black Sea stretch around the island of Corsia. Yeah, it's like, okay, there's like a current there or something. The old Tempest. This fortress should be somewhere there in the storm. Thick. Yeah, I don't... They really just have to have had missed the entire point of the expansion, man.
いかがでしたか？もうよろしいのでしたら再度施錠しますが。
Alright, are you... Yeah, if you're finished, I'll lock it up again. Yeah, what do you know about this?
テンペスト、コルシア島の周りに広がる黒風海の別名ですね。
Yeah, it's like a name of Black Sea, spreads around the Corsia.
あの海の上空へもアマロを飛ばしてもらえると思いますが。
Okay, so we're gonna get an Amaro fly over the sea there. Okay.
その様子、すぐに出かけるつもりなんですか？他の皆さんも待たず、お一人で？
Yeah, what, you're planning on leaving? Like, you're not even going to wait for everyone else on your own? You're going to leave on your own?
それは、その家、どうかお気をつけて、無事のお戻りを
Well,
お待ちしております。
No, just be careful. I'll be awaiting your safe return. Why am I using a motto here? I feel like we're just kind of cursing this entirely innocent
コ
bird
ル
to
シア島
death.
方面へアマロを飛ばしたい？ええ、それならこの窓口で受けたまわ
Okay,
り
want
ま
to
すが。
find a motto towards Corsia?
黒
Okay.
龍海？しかも黒き海の底ですって。
Uh,
さすがに潜
okay,
らせる
black.
のは
Okay, yeah, can't really make them dive. Huh? Ah. Light attack.
こちらにいらっしゃったのですね。
Ah, I see you're here. Also, quick aside. When, Albert said, like, what do you have to say? Or, like, yeah, it's like, what do you mean, what are you going to do? The option of, like, I need to go yell at those two was translated to, I need to have a few words with both Emmett and the Exarch. When clearly, the old, like, the statement there in Japanese was clearly referring to Crystal Lord and Urianger. Gonna go yell at them for keeping all this shit secret. Just thought that, you should know. Wait, you disagree? Wait, do you think that it's about Emmett Sulk as well? I mean, if you say so, I'll take myself as being wrong there. Option 1 is Emmett Sulk, option 2 is Crystal Lord. Yeah, no, you're right. Never mind. You are completely right. Ignore me. I shouldn't be popping off when I'm not in top form. Yeah, I see you're here.
あなたがお目覚めになったとの知らせを受け、
Oh, it's everybody.
こうして集合いたしました。
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Very true. Yeah, like I said, my brain ain't working too hot today. Oof. Okay. When we... Yeah, him being called Emmett without... Yeah, just calling him Emmett sounds weird. Like, you wouldn't call La Habrea Laha. You wouldn't call Elidibus Eli. Yeah, we all, met up together.
そのご様子では、水晶港についての説明はもはや不要でしょう。過去をご覧になったのですね。
Yeah. From the looks of things, it appears as though I don't need to explain regarding the Crystal Lord. You've already borne witness to the past, it seems.
私たちもウリエンジェから聞いたんだ。水晶港の正体、彼の願いを。
We heard about everything from Urianger, who the Crystal Lord really was, and what he wanted to do. And his wish.
真相を目していたことについては 一切の弁解をいたしません。
Holy shit. Do any of them even know who Grahazi is? I think they do. This is like, I cannot provide... This is an incredibly Japanese apology. So you would probably say... This is like, I take full responsibility for keeping the truth hidden from you.
いつかあなたが水晶港の計画の全容を知ることがあれば、いかなる罰でも受ける覚悟で彼に協力いたしました。
This is the same thing that he said the last time. Like, this is the same thing that he said the last time that they didn't translate. Like, in the event that you were to learn of the Crystal Lord's plan, I cooperated with him in full understanding. Like, in full acceptance of whatever punishment you would deem necessary. Or you would deem acceptable. Or, yeah, deem necessary. It kind of, it's just, it's not, like, specifically a Bushido thing, it's just the Japanese style of apology. Like,
今でもその決意に変わりはございません。ですが、真相を知ったあなたは、私を糾弾するよりも、嘆くよりも先に行動しようとしている。
yeah, I'm still determined, even to this day. However, it's like before, yeah, like denouncing me or, it's like deplore this again, you just kind of have to, he's saying like instead of coming to yell at him or to demand an explanation from him, we're intending on leaving to do what needs to be done instead.
なればこそ、私をどうかお連れください。この身、この知恵をもって必ずやあなたの力になりましょう。
Yeah, in that case, please, I beg you, bring me with you. Yeah, with what knowledge I have, I'm sure I can be of use to you. Yeah, so it's like, I understand, let's go together. You know, just being around me could be dangerous. Or, like, stop hiding things from me. Well, kakushigoto is, yeah, like, yeah, stop hiding shit from me. I'm gonna say, like, stop doing this, man. He's gonna do it again.
承知いたしました。あなたと共に行くにあたっての戒めとして、深く心に刻みましょう。
Yeah. I understand fully. Yeah, you have my word. It's like, I will hold what you have said to me as a commandment that I will never forget. Like, you know, like this is a commandment to be, like, to travel alongside you. Some shit like that. Oriental lines are way too hard for me to do in my current state. Fuck. Like, yeah, I can't... Yeah, I can't support this.
ウリエンジャがついていくことではなくて、あなたが出かけることが心配です。
Yeah, not bringing Urianger with you. I'm worried about you leaving at all.
私は本当に応急処置しかできなかった。何のきっかけでまた光が暴走してしまうかわかりません。
Damn, this voice actor is doing a very good job. Yeah, what I did really was just first aid. I don't... I have no idea what will make the you know, light lose control again.
だからどうか少しでも安静にしていてください。解決方法は私たちがきっと探してきますから。
Yeah, so please, yeah, stay here for a little while longer and rest. Yeah, we'll find a cure. And we'll find a solution to this. I promise, so.
きっとって何よ。私たちには当てすらないじゃない。
Yeah, what do you mean a promise? Makes you want to hear the English? No, it doesn't. What the hell do you mean a promise? What the hell? I would say, like, actually, no, you don't want to go with promise. You would go with, like, you know, we'll find a solution to this. I'm sure of it. Yeah, what do you mean you're sure? Yeah, we don't even know where to start. We don't have any leads. How is it? Lynn's just trying to...
分かってる。分かってるわよ。私だってリーンと同じ気持ちに決まってる。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. I know. I feel the same way that Lynn does.
だけど、できもしないことを約束するのは優しさなんかじゃない。ただの嘘よ。
Yeah, but promising something... Yeah, you can't do... isn't kindness, it's just a lie.
現に私たちはこの人が目覚めるまで死ぬ気で解決方法を探そうって決めて散々駆けずり回って、でも何もつかめてないじゃない。
Yeah, really, we gave everything we had to try and find a way to try and find a solution. We went to every corner of this world. We didn't find anything.
それなのに行くななんて言えない。だからせめて私は。
And even still, it's like, even still, I don't want you to leave. And so, you know, at the very least, or maybe, like, at the very least, I should.
私たちも君と共に行くよ。
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with you too.
希望を見つけ出すのにだってまず歩き出さなければならないのだから。
Yeah. After all, in order to find hope, you need to... It's like... You might have to do this in the opposite, like we'll never find hope staying here and doing nothing.
他に知るべもないのだもの。あなたは自分の思うようになさい。
Hmm? Yeah, it's like, okay, there's no other leads. So it should be up to you what you wish to do.
私たちはそのそばで目となり力となりましょう。一縷の望みだって見落とさないようにね。
目となり力となりましょう。And it's like we will be by your side, to like be your eyes, to be your strength. Okay, so if there's any glimmer of hope left, we won't overlook it. Yeah, we will not miss it. Are you alright with that as well? Is that, or I maybe go with like, is that good enough for you? Is there anything that we can do too? Yeah, we were kind of just doing this out in the open. Yeah, we got no idea what's going on, but we're in the middle of a very important battle, right? Yeah, until the Crystal Lord returns, you know, we need to be of, to be of use to the Warrior of Darkness. Her voice acting is bad. I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah. I think it might be the same actress as the old one from last time. She's putting her voice too low. Like, her voice isn't actually that low of a register. And you could tell. Like, okay. If I was to start talking way down here and pretending... If I was to, start talking way down here and pretending that this was my normal voice, it would be pretty obvious that this was not my normal voice. So yeah, I need to, it's kind of that. I don't really think she can pull off like the husky sort of voice. There, it does stand out. Oh? Yeah, wait, you told them everything? You told them what happened? No, I don't, I don't believe I did. Even without being told, it's pretty easy to figure it out. I mean, after all, the night came back after you all showed up. Ever since you said that you were from the same place as the Crystal Lord, I figured that was probably what was going on.
コウはずっと誰かを待っていたから、それがついに来たのだなと。
Yeah, the Lord was waiting for someone for so long, and then they finally arrived.
自分はその水晶魂があなたを迎えに行った時からただごとではないと感じておりました。
Okay, this guy's just hopping on the bandwagon. This dude's hopping on the fucking bandwagon. This guy didn't know shit. You know, me too. I figured, you know, when the Crystal Lord went out to agree, I felt like, I figured it had to not have been, you know, probably wasn't normal. Okay, that's a weird observation. That's, yeah, the first time I've seen the Crystal Lord running so, like, happily like that. Ever, you know, the first time in my life I've ever seen that.
あなた方と水晶魂が本当はどこから来てどうしてこれほどのことをしてくれたのか僕たちには分かりません。
Yeah, we don't know who the Crystal Lord really, or you or the Crystal Lord really came from, or why you've done so much. Yeah, where you're from, and yeah, where you and the Crystal Lord are from, and why you've done so much, we have really no idea.
心から感謝しているんです。
Yeah, however, we're all incredibly grateful for you.
だから
Grateful to you.
あなた方の力になりたいし、コウがもし今辛い思いをしているなら助けて差し上げたい。何かできることはありますか？
But that's why we want to do, you know, anything we can to help. And if the yeah, if the Lord is suffering right now, or if the Lord's in trouble, and we want to do whatever we can to help and save him. So then, is there anything we can do?
さすがにこの人数を連れてはいけないと思うけれど、いかがかしら、闇の戦士様。
Yeah. I think that I don't know if we can quite bring this many people with us, but you know, what do you think, Great Warrior of Darkness? So Alize literally just said, like, don't make promises you can't keep, so middle option is definitely definitely fucked. Taisezuni Taikyo is, ugh. That's like, stay here and wait, but don't get your hopes up. I'm just gonna say, make sure you protect the city until we come back. Yeah. Yay. This theme plays in all areas until you complete the expansion, by the way. Fuck. Kill me.
あなたはアマロでエメトセルクが言い残した地テンペストと呼ばれる黒き海の底を目指そうとなさっていたのです。
Okay. Yeah, you were going to use an Amalo to reach Emetsilk, Tempest.
私たちも調べを進めておりました。いかなる手段で向かうのが最善かも含めてです。
We've been looking at that as well. I've been looking, including, like, the best means of reaching there.
目星はすでについておりますが、お話しする前にクリスタリウムでやり残したことがないか改めてご確認を。海底を目指すとなれば大冒険になりますがゆえ。
Yeah, okay. We have a good idea of, what else I got? Yeah, we have a good idea of what to expect, but yeah, make sure that you don't leave anything, unfinished here. Wait, this is great. Yeah, Orienture immediately flips. He's like, yeah, but still, like a journey to the bottom of the sea. I'm sure this will be a grand adventure.
私を一人にするのも、あなたが一人で行くのも同じくらい許さないんだから。
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's like, yeah, leaving me alone and, you know, going off on your own without me. I won't forgive either one. Yeah, that was this is great. Wonderful. Yeah. Going under the sea.
準備はよろしいようですね。では、テンペストの底を目指す方法をお伝えします。
Okay, seems that our preparations are in order. Okay, let me tell you how to, like, yeah, reach the Tempest at the bottom of the sea.
目的地が海底である以上、単に向かうだけでは不十分。呼吸や戦闘にも不自由がないよう、特別な手を打つ必要があるでしょう。
Okay, yeah, since our destination is at the bottom of the sea, we can't simply, yeah, like, make our way there. Yeah, special preparations we made to ensure that, you know, we can breathe and that like breathing and combat will not be affected.
そのためにはある妖精の力を借りるのが最善かと。私もまだ実際に対面したことはないのですが。
Oh God, no. Oh no. Yeah, this would be best to rely on the help of a fairy. One that I have never actually met in person, though. It's not what you think. Fuck, man. Okay. I mean, this is literally like, you know, as they say, picture is worth 1,000 words. Or, you know, as they say, seeing is believing. And leave town and come to, like, Sullen? Auden? Is this Saren or Sullen? I don't know. Southwest. I think it would probably be Sullen. I'm sorry, what did we just fucking say? Hide and seek arc? Yeah, we've been making a lot less progress today than I would like. I don't really know what's going on. I think I just probably got a really bad night's sleep or something, because it's that sort of thing where I can tell that my my comprehension is at a much lower level than normal. Just kind of out of it. I might be getting sick or something. Unlikely, though. But normally if I'm tired, it's still, like, mostly fine, but this is like, ugh. Yeah, I mean, even in my current state, I still don't really understand how you can miss the mark on the theme of the expansion this hard. It's all very much not looking forward to the future. Oh, wait, actually, Patch bringing up food, that's probably what did it. So, I made some, very not good, curry rice. But, I was like, oh, I need, like, some, you know, just some generic-ass protein to go with it. And so I just busted out a, you know, a can of tuna. And I do distinctly, like, the thing was that I was very upset because I mixed the tuna into the rice. And then there were a bunch of tiny little bones in with the tuna. Like, it was like, you know, you get a bad can where they just got a bunch of bones in it. And so it was basically inedible. But I'm thinking that was probably also, like, off then. I get food poisoning a fucking lot. My immune system is garbage. The thing is that, like, I'll get sick after something that nobody else who was with me, who, like, you know, if I go out to a restaurant or something, I'll be the only one who gets sick. As it turns out, having, like, absolute garbage sleep for your entire life makes your immune system also terrible. What is this dude doing? Hey, buddy. This dude, what are you doing over there? What are you looking at? Looking at our rabbit lady? Is that what he's doing? Or is he just staring off into the distance? I think this guy might be dead.
よくぞお越しくださいました。西の方角にひときわ大きな島があるのが見えますか?
Oh no. Thank you for coming. See that particularly large island out to the west
あれ
there.
こそが海底に向かう鍵。泳ぎの得意なあなたなら水中から近づいてその言葉の意味を知ることもできるでしょう。
That is our key to the bottom of the sea. Someone as skilled at swimming as you should be able to approach from underwater and
残念ながら
see
本当に
the
遺憾なことです
true
が
meaning
私は
of
それに
that.
及びませんので船で向かって島の上でお待ちしております。
Why is he being all coy here still? If you have to use the restroom and do some jumping jacks, now would be the time. Yeah, unfortunately, truly regrettably, I'll be, he's like, yeah, I cannot possibly swim at all. Okay. I'll need to arrive by boat. Again, be waiting for you on the surface. Yeah, the silly little, yeah, the underwater breathing thing we got for those turtles does keep showing up. It's pretty great. But yeah, I will be right back. One second. Whoa. I'm back. Yeah, it's either I ate something off, or it's the fact that I had more caffeine than usual fairly late last night in order to facilitate locking the fuck in during our GTFO session. Oh, this whole ass... Oh, I see what they're doing immediately. I see what they're doing immediately. This is a big ass... This whole thing is alive. Okay, that's what we're doing. This is one of those, like, yeah, it's like a sky whale. It's gonna have, like, the whole ass... Yep. Okay, that's what we're doing. That's an island? No, it isn't.
2枚の岩が重なり合っている。まるでまぶたのようだ。
Yeah, two rocks are overlapping each other. Looks like an eyelid. Wow.
岩肌のように見えたが、触ると柔らかい。かすかに
It's
動
soft
いて
to
い
the
るような
touch.
気もする。
It feels like it's moving. Yeah, it's alive. So this is the bit that we are doing. Okay. Curious what the JP says here. Be sure to, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what they would say. I mean, I don't know what how the Japanese is going to explain it, but I would imagine that it's just like this whole thing is alive.
君も来たんだね。ここから島の上部へと登れるよ。
Okay, yeah, we're on top of the island. You can climb up the top of the island from here.
ならもっと上よ。この島
Yeah,
の謎
Andrew is
私の目に
further
は
up ahead.
むしろわかりやすくてよ。
Okay, that's pretty great. Yeah, the mystery of the island is, rather obvious to my eyes. Definitely don't think that this is a normal island, looking at it up close.
地元の連中はここを剣の島と呼んでいるらしいな。剣は人名だと思うが、確かもう一つ意味が知恵だったか?
Oh my god, yeah, okay. The island is named Ken. Ken no Shima. It sounds like somebody's name, but it could have another meaning, like maybe intelligence or something, or wisdom, something like that.
本当に大きな湖。チリからすると、
Is he Kenough?
銀涙湖に当たるんでしょうけど、あっちは戦いの影響でだいぶ水が減っていたものね。
Oh, yeah, it's similar to like the Silvertear Lake from the original world. Okay. Hinoshima?
いかがでしたでしょうか? あなたはこの島をいかなるものと考えますか?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you think of this island? Yeah, it seems like, Whoa! It's like, looks like a big, like, it's the great, catfish. Oh god, it is a Namazo, isn't it? Boy, Penna. You say that with the little catfish accent. Amazing. Or it seems like, you know, the idol Bismarck. I'm gonna go with catfish.
おや、当たらずも遠からずでしょうか。妖精たちの話によれば、この島そのものが古き妖精なのだそうです。
It's only a matter of time until you reach the truth. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not inaccurate, sure, whatever. According to the fairies, yeah, the island itself is an ancient fairy.
なお、ビスマルク、原初世界のバヌバヌ族が信仰する雲神とは同じ起源を持つのかもしれません。
Okay, it is actually Bismarck. Yeah, the cloud god. Worshipped by the Bonavano. The original world might have the same origin. Like, might have the same origin.
ともかく、この妖精の力を借りられれば、紅玉海の底にある集落などと同様に、海底を気泡で包むことができるでしょ
う。Anyway, if we can, in the assistance of this fairy, I'll be able to, yeah, coat the seabed in, like, yeah, air bubbles. Okay. Oh, we can make, like, a massive air bubble, just like the villages in the, bottom of the Ruby Sea.
そうすれば、戦いが待ち受けていたとしても、遅れを取ることはない。では、早速交渉を始めるといたしましょ
う。Okay, yeah, that way, even if a fight were to commence, it wouldn't be, it would be able to, like, keep up, I guess. Let's begin negotiations immediately. I mean, I had to pick the Namazu one. I had to. It was literally mandatory. Fuck off. No, don't do this. Don't do this. You don't have to do this. I need you to not do constructed languages, especially ones that are just gibberish. Especially ones where you do a bunch of gibberish and then say a normal ass name in the middle of it. Wait a minute. Also, this is great because it means that I can't actually hear what reading of these kanji they're using. But I'm assuming this is Hogaraka. Yeah, it's like, oh... like, great and melodious? Bismarck? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I wonder when the last time humans have addressed me was. Yeah, Chisaki. Dinjin is great. いかにした木隣人を Yeah, it's like, this is like, yeah, how do you do, my little neighbor? It's like, for what purpose? It's more like, you know, how do you do? Yeah, our aim is the bottom of the Western Sea. And we wish to borrow your back and your breath. Oh. Yeah, though this world is in twilight, and I simply wait for it, like, the sun to set. I simply wish to sleep.
妖精語はわからないけど、あんまり気乗りしないって感じね。
Yeah, I don't understand the fairy language, but I'm not having a... I don't have a good feeling about this. Finally! Finally we do it! Yeah, okay, this time for sure. Yeah, fail. Fail, Sean. Hey. What if she just didn't show up this time? Oh no. Ta-da. Yeah, my adorable sapling finally finally learned how to do it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, wonderful, wonderful. I knew you would choose the right path, choose to keep going. Yeah, you're my adorable human. Of course I'll help. Why doesn't she sound like a fat, middle-aged, husky Scottish woman? Yeah, her, I listened to like 5 words of the... No, I listened to more of it afterwards, but I listened to the English version of Feor, specifically the Titania line ones, and, like, there have been some bad performances in the Japanese, like that old lady, but, Beowulf's English voice is historically bad. It's, like, you could use that as an example in any acting school of, here's everything that you don't do. If you want to know how not to act, look at this. It's, everything about it is wrong. It's one of the worst vocal performances I've ever heard in anything. Including, like, zero budget, like, a zero budget community theater has better acting. It's, abysmal. Yeah. She really does just call him, like, hey, like, yeah, it's Bismarck, you old sleepyhead, you. Yeah, this is my incredibly precious sapling. Yeah, like their requests are, like, carry the name of the king of the fairies. It's like, or like, their wish is my command. Oh. Yeah, it's like, yeah, how strange this is, after, you know, like, waking up after such a long time. Yeah, our beautiful king, if that is your wish, then so be it. Huh? Yeah, okay. When you get back, make sure to brush his teeth with some ash. You know, you can't forget to show your thanks. What are you talking about? That. Okay. Sure. Understood. King of the Fairies, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude.
さあ、交渉は成立。出発の時間だわ。振り落とされないよう、しっかり捕まるのよ。
Yeah, okay, the deal's been struck. Make sure to hold on tight so you don't get knocked over.
その旅路に我ら妖精の祝福を。インバ、きっと無事に戻ってね。
I give you the blessing of the fairies on your journey. And may your like shining lives return safely, shining life's soul, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on whenever they just put stuff in fake ass fairy language. Okay. Now then, we depart for the Western Sea. I'll deliver my little neighbor there and, like, wrap them in my breath. Okay. I mean, that better be, like, oxygen and not just carbon dioxide. Otherwise, I mean, this shit's gonna go very south real quick. Oh, we're going Skywell. Of course we are. Wee.
Nanka, 戻っちまったな。何もかも。
It's all back. The way it was, everything, huh?
仕方ないんじゃね。全部は変わりっこなかったんだよ。今さらさ。
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, of course it was. After all this time, it's not like everything was gonna change suddenly.
ユールモアの連中がちょっとマシになっただけでも歴史的大事件だったと思うぞ、俺は。
I mean, for me, I think it's already like a historical marvel that the people of Yulmore made even the slightest change for the better.
けどよ、大将後期が動いた時のあの感動、巨大タロースが立ち上がった時のあの衝撃。
Yeah, but still, you know, that feeling when the great elevator started to move and, you know, the impact that had on us when that great Talos stood up.
忘れられねえんだよな。
I'll never forget that. Why are we... Oh, what the... Yeah, what was that? The big-ass sky whale. Oh, hey, look, there we go. Going right in, huh? Nobody will ever believe it. Fuck. Fuck. I've been ruined. I've been utterly ruined. This is a Japanese meme. This oi. I will offer no context. See the second guy back there, Fog? The second I hear oi 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 that many times over, all I can see in my mind's eye. Fuck, 1 second. Man, I really am. The meme game is all behind. 死ぬわ、あいつ。Oi, oi, oi, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's gonna fucking die. This, that dude's face and the, oi, 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 oi is, now a bit. And this is all I can say. That's all I can say. There's some crazy just went into the water. Whoa. Oh, that's you might want to move, guys. Wait. Yeah, that's Okay, fuck off. So those guys are dead. They're dead. Now then, yeah, the promise has been fulfilled. I will return to the lake. I haven't flown. It's been a very long time since I last flown. Was not bad. I hope, wish you good luck on your journey, my little neighbors. Ooh. So, okay, we're just here. Under the sea. Under the sea. This is amazing. It's... Whoa. Welcome to the final zone where we're under the sea. All that coral is... Where are all the, just like the dead fish?
Bismarckの吐いた息は国風海の底に巨大な気泡を生み出した。
Yeah, Bismarck's breast produced a massive bubble at the bottom of the Black Sea. And the site of the final battle was exposed. Yeah, even now, with the sky coated in light, it's like remains dim here.
その終着点に向けて英雄は今最後の冒険を始める。
Okay. You were saying that, like, talking about like the man who claims light is, unpleasant. Would be here, would someday do something like this. Okay. Now then, yeah, the hero's journey towards their final destination has begun. Underwater zone minus water.
壁の玉水に行った時も感動したけど、今回はちょっと規模が違うわ。
Yeah, okay, so this is like, oh, it's at a much bigger scale, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it is much, much larger. Honestly? So, fuck. I think, considering how much I've faded, MSQ neat, not like. Let me see if I can pull up that line. Like, Where's my damn clipboard monitor? Why doesn't it want to launch? I didn't quite get that final line. I'll have to look back at it, but... You know, he was saying that, like, being this far removed from the light would be, you know, it makes sense. Next part is mostly filler. Yeah, I think considering that I'm, like, clearly fading, it would be better to do this bit next time. And maybe we could just straight up marathon to the end. I don't know. Or we would just, like, do a slightly shorter stream next time to get through the filler until a good stopping point to do the end. Not quite sure. It really depends on the, it really depends on my, like, on my condition. But yeah, I like closed my eyes just a little bit. And man, that shit feels heavy. So yeah, I think this is a good spot to call it a bit early for today. Apologies for being a bit all over the place and not making as much progress as I would like. But yeah, I think that'll do it for me for right now. I need to go, I don't know, like, get some medicine or something. But yeah, that'll do it for me. I will see... Wait a second. Yeah, I'll see you guys all on Wednesday. God, holy shit. I literally almost said Sunday, but today is Sunday. That's how... Okay, yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. Aw, fuck. It's over for me, dog. I'm done. I'm cooked. Fuck. Alright. Yeah, no, that's gonna do it for me. Peace.